Thanks guys for coming today. My research topic is around autonomous vehicle, and especially I want to touch about its value creation to user experience. Self-driving cars are coming. It's industry buzz. So people saying they're speculating a lot of benefit of autonomous vehicle. Some people say that it will reduce the parking space, better use of the real estate. Also, it changed the notion of the ownership of car, insurance industry. Everything will be changed. And a lot of players, incumbents in the OEMs or some suppliers, even ride-hailing services company, or even internet company or traditional IT company, they all jump into this arena to take a leadership. So right now, it seems like they are working so hard to build a machine that drives better than humans. But still, 50% of adults in the United States, they are refusing to adopt this. They are questioning about autonomous vehicle. Why so? And how we can improve the user's acceptance on this technology, and what would be the key to tackle that, to fully adopt this technology in the future. So I have a question in that, and I personally believe that autonomous vehicles should provide distinctive value that people cannot have right now in current mobility services. So to understand the adoption chain and adoption journey, I looked through a benchmark case, which is the smartphone adoption. And from there, I could draw two steps, which is first, we need to tackle current challenging experience that people have on mobility services. And then autonomous vehicles should able to create the new value to the users. So this is the first ever smartphone launched in 1997. So it's Nokia 9000. People are crazy about this. The industry experts expect that the convergence of computing and communication will be the thing for the next decades. And a lot of manufacturers like Samsung, BlackBerry try to build the smartphones over the decades. And telecommunication companies try to build a 3G network across the United States to monetizing those increasing needs of mobile experience. However, after a decade, the smartphone adoption in US is only 3%. And this changes everything. Apple launched original iPhone in 2007. And what's so special about iPhone and how it changed overall mobile ecosystem in the United States? So this is the adoption rates. After Apple launched it in 2007, it dramatically increased the adoption of smartphones. So the two secret sauces, first, it improved the existing mobile experience. So people having hard time using internet on their cell phone before this, with the large display and touch screen, it recreates the internet experience users had through the PCs. So that's a key. So they actually improve the existing user experience. Second is they create new value proposition through app stores. They open up this huge ecosystem. Every developer comes in, users getting benefit out of it. So right now, it's so normal that we shop things through the mobile, which could be possible because of the apps. We could see all the videos, sports clips, because all the media apps. So those possibility is enabled by initially through this apps ecosystem. So from here, I want to highlight two things that is applicable for autonomous vehicle too. First, improving current mobility experience, and second is creating new value. So improving existing mobility experience. So to understand current challenges, I surveyed. Some of you replied that. Because I choose you, you are the highly educated urban professional, soon to be, who is very acceptable to the riding services. So from there, I could draw three key things that would improve the current mobility services, which is connectivity and continuum. Second is time sensitiveness. And third is quality space. Connectivity means people wanted to stay connected all the time. They want to use their mobile phones into the vehicles. Time sensitive means they want to control all the time spent, arrival of the vehicle during the route, or even the arrival at the destination. They don't want to waste the time on the road. And quality space, they want more productivity, privacy, or even cleaner spaces. So those three factors will be the key to improve current mobility experiences. Even today, available technology is there. Maybe it can be simply applying to the self-driving cars. For the quick examples, so Uber and Spotify partnered a few years ago. So Spotify members can bring their playlist to Uber Ride, which is pretty simple but powerful. I can continue to listen my songs with the speaker of cars. That is actually brought in built-in capabilities that self-driving car can offer. I will not go over everything, but still we have some technology available which can significantly improve the user's experience in mobility, like routing planning or even the Alexa voice assistant. All right. So second thing is about creating new user experience. There's like huge potentials what autonomous vehicle can achieve. So imagine that like digital platform has achieved. Like Amazon bring all the buyers and sellers in one place. It connects everyone's. The network effect so big, so it creates its own ecosystem. There is a possibility that autonomous vehicle can be a next service platform, and it has more power because it has two additional characteristics that current digital platform doesn't have, which is physical space, obviously. We are in the car. And second is the space is moving. So WeWork is another platform, physical platform that connects a lot of people, different organizations, or people. But think about WeWork is moving as you move. So that's another additional possibility that it can bring. So I will just showcase just three use cases scenario. It's all just imaginations. So what if on the way back home from your work, you can meet your dentist or primary care doctors. Their office is in the car. You're just getting on the car on the way back home. You can get diagnosis. It's one business model. Or even concierge service. When you want to go next place, but you need to pick up your laundry. Maybe your car can go laundry shop first and pick up your clothes, or even get your coffee. And it can be ready when you are in the car. The last thing is like, on the way, go to the Logan airport with your partner, can be a dating situation. Right now it's like, we are sleeping or nothing. We are disconnected with our partners, but we can watch movie or eat dinner together, a lot of things. So the notion of spending time in vehicle will be significantly changed. So with that, so we've been how much this digital transformation has achieved. Digital platform is ruling everywhere, and platform businesses are so powerful. And from that, we know that the first runner advantage is really big. So for the business leaders or future of yourselves, what I would urge you is to think about two approaches that we can maximize the value extract from the autonomous vehicle ecosystem. Is first, concentrate on solving existing mobility challenges by leveraging connectivity, punctuality, and quality space. And second is creating new user experience, which has three elements: digital network, physical space, and mobility. Yep, thank you. Yeah.
So I love this new user experience. Super cool. I'm wondering about the emotional aspect. I know you touched on that emotional barrier, especially given recent events.
Yep.
Did you come across anything, or do you have any ideas on like what's needed to cross that barrier?
Right. So, interesting comment that I get from one of the industry experts is people are not tolerant as much as we tolerant to the people. So we are super reactive on machine's error. We totally get it, and I totally understand that is very important factor. So even before everything, I guess safety should come first as a very foundations. But if people just worrying about the safety and not using it, then they will never get the experience. So how we can balance between guaranteeing the safety and inviting them into the ecosystem or user experience would be important, I think.
Can we go back to the tuck survey? I think I saw people rate punctuality more than safety. It almost makes us seem that we want to get there at 9 p.m. It doesn't matter how.
Oh, so
and I know companies are, I guess like car companies in general are not advertising how quickly you can get there, but how safely you can. Do you think there's a mismatch there between what you can do?
So to be clear, this survey is about their current mobility experience, which is Uber public transportation as a proximity to self-driving cars experience. So here you may write safety importance is low because they don't see much barrier on using current mobility services for safety causes. They don't expect their Uber driver is drunken or intoxicated while they're driving. So that can be a little different. So. But I think the safety should come as a foundation of autonomous driving. Yep.
So you use the analogy of the smartphones by saying that if we have a new version of smartphone, it's going to be more popular in the market. I'm wondering, do you think it's also the case for autonomous vehicles that in the future, everyone's going to have like autonomous vehicle versus like traditional car, or do you think people don't really own the cars anymore?
Well, I think the ownership is different discussions. I would say the more important is what experience you would prefer. So I would say people are transitioning from cell phone experience, just normal cell phone experience, to smartphone experience. So once this autonomous vehicle is available, would they remain on their driving car or would they want to move to self-driving cars? That's the different things. Ownership, you can own, you may own or you may not. It's your choice. You're never sure because people tend to want ownership on something, and car has been a big thing for that. So I cannot speculate that people will give up or not. But there is a movement in one of the statistics that I can see is actually in the United States, the driver license, the teenagers getting driver license, the population is getting lower. So over decades, it goes down maybe 3%, which can be minimal, but considering that the young generation want to live in the urban life, actually the rural life or suburban life is the dream of baby boomers. Right now, everybody wants to in a city area. So that will change a lot of things, especially about the ownership. Even people are not getting driver license these days as much as they did in 20 years ago. So yeah, that will imply some insights about your question.
What's the role of government in driving this adoption? And are certain governments better than others in terms of building up the infrastructure to reduce the need of these neural nets to be 100% all the time?
Well, I have not gone through the government's role deeply, but one thing I can see is how much you are willing to offer testing bed. So autonomous vehicle, one of the interesting thing is it's such different by city or by country. So Seoul's model may not work in Houston or LA. So every city may have different approach and may need to have different approach, and every regional government need to practice or test their own applications. Someone who brave enough or persuade their citizens earlier may have advantage of more on this, maybe solve urban issues much faster with their solutions. But I cannot really explicitly say what government role should play here. All right?